Hello, dorks and dorkettes, nerds and nerdettes, movie buffs, and those who fought for Sonic not look like an ugly baby and actually the real Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm your host, Kyle of the Dorks, today, and we are talking about movies. But I could not do it by myself, which I actually really could, but that's not the point. Today I have the boys with me. D. Dennis.
How's it going?
R. Ricky.
Hello, hello.
And then S. Sheen.
What's up?
Now, are you gentlemen ready to talk about my favorite thing in the world, movies?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. It's gonna be fun.
Rock on.
Yeah. Before that, I guess I should ask, how's everybody doing?
Can't complain. Rained all day. Kept business kind of slow.
It's been a fun day.
It's been a nice day off.
It has been a nice day off. We had activities earlier.
That doesn't sound sus at all. At all.
Fun activities between me and Sheen and Ricky, because Des doesn't love us.
I work until 4:30 in the afternoon. Leave me alone.
Breaking down the walls to success.
We were breaking down the walls of success.
It was an accident.
Mm-hmm. So says you.
Right.
Alright, well, before we go into stuff that they're going to have no idea what the heck we're talking about, like I said, today's subject is movies. I'm a huge movie buff. I love watching movies. I love going to the movies. And basically my whole family is really into movies much more than I am. They can name actors, scenes, movie titles, the bloopers. They can do everything. I'm not that knowledgeable. My memory's terrible. But I still very much love them. So I got a few questions for you boys here today. And we'll just sit down, powwow, and talk about some movies.
I'm good.
Hell
This
yeah.
is like a plan.
We all ready for the first one?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, question I have to you gentlemen is, and I guess we'll start with Dennis, what is your favorite movie genre?
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I'm torn. Because I like a lot of different type of movies. I think my top two are kind of close. But it'd be like sci-fi and fantasy. But if I'm going with general, it'd probably be action.
Action? Fair. Good one.
Yeah.
Sci-fi and fantasy are fun too. I would consider them separate for sure.
They're probably more considered subgenres than anything.
Maybe no, actually I would say they would be mainstream. Because fantasy is definitely a mainstream one, so I would say sci-fi is. Because you gotta think about Alien, Predator, all those, Stargates, oh my god, there's so many.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. That's actually one of my weakest genres, honestly, is sci-fi.
It's one of my favorites. It's something I always liked. I always liked space. I'm torn between space and medieval times, so.
I know a few good ones.
For sci-fi?
Oh yeah.
I tried. There is definitely a few that I do like, but is a genre I've never really dabbled too deep into. That and horror. Those two genres I don't dabble too much
Same
into.
with horror. I'm not a big fan.
Alright. Well, that was just a simple one just to kind of get us warmed up because I just want to know what you guys are really into. I kind of figured yours was that because we talked about this a long time ago. But the one I don't know very much about is Mr. Wickmaster Wick. What about you?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have like a specific favorite genre that I gravitate towards more than others. Pretty much, for me, it's whatever I find interesting. You know, doesn't matter what kind of thing it is. Action, sci-fi, horror, comedy, animated, all that stuff. If I think it's good, then I like it. But I guess when I was younger, I gravitated more towards comedy movies.
That's generally a pretty safe one, most people. Well, because we're the same age, essentially, so that's what your parents would have thrown on. Or they would have watched.
Yeah.
They would have liked comedy, because that's what my parents are heavily into. They're like you. They're a jack of every trade. But comedy is always a good, easy bet for them.
Yeah, but sometimes comedy went a little too far, like when my dad accidentally put on South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Oh my god.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much.
I want, honestly, me and my dad's so mad at me and my brother. He didn't hit on the movie for us. We tricked him into taking us to see it in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
I
tell me about this one.
never thought me and my brother's life was in so much danger than when he was like, you guys will pay for this when the movie's over.
No, it was fun because it was on TV, and my dad was just flipping through the channel, keeping me and my younger sibling preoccupied. He saw South Park, put it on for a second, saw it was animated, and figured, oh, this isn't going to be an issue. And then the song with Terrence and Phillip came on, and he just looks up from what he was doing and is just like, nope, that's not happening.
I was hoping it was going to be a song about
Kyle's mom.
Kyle.
Oh, Canada?
Can he go into heaven? No, can he go to heaven and go into hell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just the angels with giant tits.
yeah.
No, Dennis, because my parents were slightly prudish when I was younger, and it's just like, okay, we don't need to corrupt him that soon. We've already let a couple of things slide through. He's dropped an F-bomb here or there while playing the Pac-Man machine. Maybe we shouldn't let him hear the song about,
Uncle.
pig
Yeah.
fornication.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, there's a lot of songs in that movie that are not good for kids.
It is completely ironic in that, I don't know if you guys know about this, but that scene actually had people get up and walk out of the theaters, which is exactly what Matt and Trey were going for. It's just like, yeah, you guys think this is going to be a nice, safe little movie, but then then you get to Terrence and Phillip with their song, and the people in the theater in the movie get up and leave because of it, and it's the same thing. People in the theaters got up and left.
Ricky, firsthand, I can tell you, yes, people did leave, but mainly people who had children. I don't recall seeing any adults up and leaving because that's comedy to them. They're gonna laugh at that. But I definitely remember seeing a mom, a father, and 2 kids get up and go, and the dad looked pissed.
Back when what's his name that did the Jay and Silent Bob movies and Dogma, Kevin Smith, I think, or whatever his name is. Back when Dogma was actually coming out, he did some of the same thing. Like, people were protesting, and he just got with the protesters and was interviewed live on TV about protesting his own movie. It was kind of great.
That's such a great movie too. I love Dogma.
It is. That's an amazing one.
Dogma was a good movie.
Yeah, I love it. That's one of the great comedies.
One of Alan Rickman's best.
And then he went and ruined He-Man.
We don't speak of that.
We don't speak of He-Man here.
We don't speak of He-Man here. There's no He-Man topics allowed ever on my Dorks podcast. You can do it when you host, but when I host,
Okay.
no He-Man.
I'm gonna host a whole episode about He-Man Skeletor.
You better.
It's gonna be that song.
Yeah, I was like, I want the song in the background the whole time as we get our channel taken down. No.
Yeah, I don't think
that episode will make it for exactly a few seconds until it's gone. All right. Well, moving from Ricky, the little. Oh, I almost said it. Almost called him the little one.
How dare
we got Shino. Old habits. We got.
Little man with a big hammer.
It was an accident.
You say this.
He says these things.
But we got Sheen over here. What would you say is your favorite genre or genres?
I like quite a few things. I'm kind of like all types of movies. I could say I'm not a fan of horror. The new clown dude, Terrorizer, I'm not a fan of his face. I don't like seeing
Art
him.
the Clown?
Yeah.
Strangely, I like Pennywise, the original Pennywise with
Tim Curry.
who was it?
Tim Curry.
Ted Curry, yeah.
Tim Curry.
Yeah, fantastic back in the
One of the
day.
greatest actors
Kiss
of
me,
all time.
fat boy.
But I generally like the adventures, a little bit of sci-fi, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, any good comedies like Galaxy Quest or scary movies from 1 to 3.
Your favorite one, the one that you never noticed me making quotes from, the other guys?
How dare you? I aim for the bushes.
That's the only quote that you ever remember. I make so many other quotes, you're like, what is that from? Like, come on.
You gotta let me fly.
Pimps don't cry. No, they don't.
I am a fan of some of the animated movies. 2 of my top favorite movies are animated. One is the Disney's Elemental, and the other one is on Netflix. It's a Santa Claus adaptation called Klaus.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like the origins. It's a fantastic movie.
Wait,
That's a good movie.
Klaus is not like the brutal one, is it?
No, there are 2
No,
movies
no.
called Klaus. This one's more family friendly. It's kind of about the origins.
It's a good one.
Well, I was going to say, with Klaus, it was like a unique blend of like CG, but mostly hand-drawn animation stuff. And it was a unique telling of like the Santa Claus story, because most of them, like back when we were kids, it's like I think the Rankin Boss stop motion kind of stuff, or it goes into his early years when he was a kid and he grows up and, oh, he's Santa Claus. But this one, it doesn't tell the story from the perspective of Santa Claus,
Nope.
or Klaus, as he was called. It's told from the perspective of the postman who kind of becomes his friend along the way. If you've never seen it, I'm sure everybody who has seen it will agree, definitely worth a watch, and it's very heartwarming. It's got J.K. Simmons' Santa Claus, so you can't go wrong there.
Oh yeah.
No, it was a good movie. Me and you sat down and watched it, and I was like, I don't know, man. I've seen so many of these origin stories for Santa and all this stuff. I don't know if this is going to be good, but I took your word for it. Yeah, it was really good. I don't think we finished it because I had to get ready for work that next day, but I think we lost a good bit of it, and I enjoyed it.
Could safely say I haven't seen this. But I'm not a huge... Well, I mean, I do like animated movies, but I'm also not a Christmas person. So that movie probably be lost on me.
I'm not the biggest Christmas guy either, but it's a good movie.
The funny thing is, it's not really a Christmas movie, as it's more just about Santa Claus himself. It's not like about finding the spirit of Christmas. It's just telling the story of this person is the main thing. And Christmas is like a side aspect of things.
Which is funny, because I love Polar Express.
I know Dennis and Kyle's favorite Christmas movie, easily, hands down.
No, you don't.
Bum
No,
bitty
you don't.
bitty bitty bum bum.
Nope.
Technically not a
No.
Christmas movie.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of a blending
It's a
because
blend of both
blend.
it deals with Hanukkah.
It's Christmas and Hanukkah.
I considered it a Hanukkah movie
You-
just because.
Okay,
he
well,
would. That's what he would.
what's happening at the same time as that?
Well, yeah. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I thought he came out and said that it's more of a Hanukkah movie because he also does play the Hanukkah song at the end of it.
He does, but I mean, we would also
I
peg
mean,
it
the
as a
title of the
Christmas
movie alone.
It's 8 Crazy Nights, yeah, for that, but it's still a Christmas movie as well. If he wants to
It
peg
is
it
what it
as
is.
that, he can, but yeah. But no, you are wrong with
He
that,
is the
Shane.
creator of it.
Huh. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's not my favorite.
my favorite Christmas movie is Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite Christmas movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it actually.
I think mine would have probably been the Santa Claus.
The Muppets Christmas Carol is good. Santa Claus is good too. Is that what you said, Dennis?
Yeah, Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
Santa Claus is good.
That's like the one that pops in my head when I think about Christmas movies.
If we're all dropping our favorite Christmas movies, then I got one to toss into the ring.
Go for it.
Home Alone.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh yeah.
Never.
Get out of here.
Never.
I get it.
Good Christmas
So, yeah,
movie.
I get it. It's not a
good
bad
Christmas
movie,
movie.
but I watched Home Alone twice, and I don't think I'll ever watch it again. Like I'm
You know what
I'm
is
satisfied with it.
You know what really is a Christmas movie though? That might actually be my favorite if I watch
Say
it again.
Say it.
Die Hard.
Yep. Absolutely, brother.
It is a Christmas
It is a
movie.
Christmas-
It takes
no,
place during
yeah.
Christmas at a Christmas party.
I'm there with you, dude. I love Die Hard.
Yeah.
I absolutely would. That was my tradition for a little bit. I would do Die Hard, Muppets Christmas
People are trying to
Carol.
fight for Batman Returns to be a Christmas movie. The one with the Danny DeVito.
No.
It is Returns, right?
Maybe. I'm
I don't remember
I'm now
which one
bad
it
of
was.
the order of those of which one's the name. But I think you're right. I'm pretty sure Beyond is that one.
No, it's not.
Not Beyond.
is the
Batman. What was it?
Return.
Batman Returns. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's Batman.
Speaking
Returns.
of Michael Keaton, one of my other favorites, underrated in
You're
my
right, yeah.
opinion, is Jack Frost. Michael Keaton turning into a snowman. His father.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
couldn't
Thank
get
you.
into that one.
I love that one. That one's
That's
good
a
too.
great one.
Maybe I do like Christmas.
I saw the horror version of that movie.
Oh no.
Mm-mm. So did I, but I would prefer the non-horror version.
Yeah, I saw the horror cover back in Blockbuster when Blockbuster was a thing. I didn't want to watch
Okay,
it.
let me ask you, Sheen. Was your Blockbuster like mean? The workers there, they would mix the Jack Frostes together.
No,
Like,
actually.
Mine
Yeah,
did.
I heard someone complain about it, that like a mother came in and was like, I went to go get Jack Frost, and you guys gave me a horror movie, and I went over to the section for it. Legitimately, the horror movies were stacked behind them.
Aw, that's terrible.
I feel like it was the workers being rude. I was like, that's messed up to do
Yeah.
to a child. It's like,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
terrifying.
Would you guys
the
believe
workers
me if
are
I
like-
told you there's a sequel to that movie?
I wouldn't
God.
Jack
doubt.
Frost.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'd consider that like a B or C grade horror movie, which they love to just releasing.
Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
those low grade horror movies, dude, will have like 7 versions of them. Like they
That's
just
true.
bust them out like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand horror movies.
No, none of them have as many sequels as The Land Before Time, though.
I mean, Leprechaun, if it was still going, it would.
Is it safe to say that Sharknado is finally over?
That was
No.
that was so like
No.
what
Now that you
2008
said
between
it.
12. Yeah, now that you say it, they're going to bring it back.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
it was going till like a couple years ago.
Was it really? I feel
Yeah.
like it stopped like in maybe 2019.
Around
Maybe.
there, maybe.
No,
Because I thought 2020
maybe.
had
I
one.
kind of sworn that there was a one that was like a couple years back, but
I don't think in the
time.
2020s.
So,
I don't know.
so Kyle,
Yeah.
I just looked it up. The Leprechaun film series has 7 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, I actually
Yes,
was
it does.
terrified of
I'm
Leprechaun
very-
when I was a
Dude,
kid.
I loved it. It was funny. It was so dumb.
Now, here's the thing, Kyle. The Land Before Time has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 movies.
Yeah.
God.
It's a
I remember
cartoon.
watching that as
Of course
a
they're
kid.
going to have more.
Yeah, and that's not even including the cartoon series.
Yeah, which I don't include that. No, it's
Do you guys remember the commercials that they would have before those types of movies?
before.
What, like on the VHSs and stuff?
On the VHSs, that they would have the little previews before it, like about the I don't know if you guys had it on yours, but mine always had like a teeth thing where they were like Muppets, but they were teeth. And they would
Oh,
just
yeah.
teach about brushing teeth and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and one would be flying like an old biplane. I'm like, what the heck is
No,
this?
I remember that. I don't remember what movies they were before, but I do remember seeing that.
That was always before the Land Before
Oh,
Time
was it
movies I
really?
watched.
Oh.
Yes.
Every
Every single one of them that I watched had that before it.
the dinosaur movie age for me for cartoons, I always like We're Back more than Land Before Time.
Yeah, roll back the clock.
Yeah. We're Back I really liked a lot. That was my favorite of the dinosaur movies.
Isn't that the one with the dinosaurs roaming through the city?
Mhm.
I love that
Oh,
one.
I
That was
remember the bad
a
of
children's
that.
book for me at first.
Yeah. I remember the book of that. My mom used to read that to me.
I don't
was a
think I
great
had
one.
the book of We're Back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
Yeah.
was, what was it, John Goodman as the T-Rex?
I think so,
Yes,
yeah.
I believe so.
Ah, the Flintstone.
He's a good actor as well.
Yes,
That's
he
something
is.
of mine that I'm not going to have a lot of good references for. I remember movies, but I don't remember a lot of actors.
I do, but it's only a select few that I like that I remember. Like, I remember Keanu Reeves because I like him in a lot of things. Like, I forget in this group, but I like the Constantine movies, even though it's not like the DC Comics. But I enjoyed the Constantine movies, and I enjoyed him as Constantine. I think he did a really good job, and I think the movie was really good. And I think he got a lot of hate for nothing.
I think it was okay.
And he says that's the movie he wants to go back to.
Yeah, because he enjoyed that movie. And it was trippy. That was one of those movies that were out there that were really trippy that, like, if I was an older me, I would still enjoy. And just, I wouldn't be as trippy as I was as a kid, but it was out there, you know?
Yeah.
I give it a solid, 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't want to see more of it, really. Like, I mean, not what I wouldn't want to see more of it, I wouldn't care. Like, if they're like, hey, this is it, we're not doing any more ever again, which is basically kind of what they're doing, I'd be like,
Yeah,
okay,
because-
that's fine. I'm satisfied with what I saw. It was good. I don't need to see more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the whole thing about it.
I think
really
it
good.
was done very well, and I do, especially the scene that always comes to my mind is the whole, I think it's basically in the beginning, in the mirror scene.
Oh, where,
They exercise the demon out, and it drags it into the mirror, and then they throw it out like the window
Yeah.
and shatters. Yeah, that scene is
Yeah.
always in my mind when I think about that. Like, that was a great scene. That was done well.
my favorite scene from that movie is the scene where they're all in the hospital, and he has to fight through these demons to get to. Actually, I don't know if they're demons. They might have been angels. I can't remember, but fight through all these possessed people to get to what he needs to get through, and they're covered all in holy water and everything. It's a cool scene. It's just like a nice little action scene. He has a street sweeper shotgun that has a cross at the end, and is blasting people in the face and using crossed brass knuckles.
So anyway, I started blasting.
And anyways,
That's pretty much.
Dan DeVito's blasting.
I noticed I do have a favorite movie director. That would have to be Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, the Nolan
Really?
films are good.
Yeah, the
I'm surprised.
Christian Bale Batman movies were, of course, my favorite. And then the movie The Prestige, fantastic. I
Yeah.
love it. And then it took me a while, but I finally watched Inception. and that was pretty mind blowing. And I just had more questions at the end. It was like I need to see more.
I'll be honest, the only director that I can say or consider my favorite, because I really don't care, is Mel Brooks, because I just love his parody movies.
And the legend is still alive too. He's still kicking.
I just want him to relax, because there's talks of Spaceballs too, and I don't think he's a good
Yep,
idea.
yep. He's working at
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
he
if it's
actually
him working on it, I kind of have faith.
It's the same thing
think
I
it's
said too. I have
him,
faith if he's working
But it
on
might
it.
be his son. His son's directing now.
it. That's awesome.
His son did that. His son did that weird Muppet movie that came out that was like actual like.
Was it
I cannot remember
was
the
it
name.
Muppet and People in the same movie?
I think it was Muppet and People. It was like a direct, like a bad or a dirty cop.
Yeah,
Muppet
I know.
with a human.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I cannot.
Cannot remember the
I
name
can't
of it.
think of the name of that movie either.
I heard it was good. Didn't see it. I wanted to because it's Mel Brooks' son. But yeah, no, he did that with the Jim Henson People, I believe. I could be wrong on that.
What is it, the Happy Time Murders?
Happy Timers. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I was just gonna look it up too, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not Muppet Monday. I don't know what that is. We won't go look into that further. But no, I know what you're talking about. I didn't fully watch that movie, unfortunately. I think I was catching it on a plane, and I just couldn't finish it up. Same thing with like Ready Player One. I made it until the last 10 minutes, and then the plane stopped.
I enjoyed that
I
one.
want to see it because of the Gundam scene, but other than that, I don't. I
You
have no
never
interest
seen
in it.
Ready Player One?
No,
That's
it's straight up
that's
my
a you
alley.
movie,
That
dude.
is a me movie. That is all me, and I have not seen it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
not
fantastic
a movie.
There was an era where it was like I think it was like our sophomore or junior year. All I did was hang out with you guys at school, hang out with you guys at like one of our friends' house, and then hang out with you guys playing Halo or whatever, and didn't go see movies, didn't really go watch TV shows. You know, that was it. We only watched like South Park, and that was it.
No, that's never an option for me and my family. If I had a weekend I'm not doing anything and I didn't get dedicated to you guys, I would have to go see a movie. Like not being bad thing. Like my parents would always be like movie time. Like all right, I'm down for that. Hot dog, popcorn, movie. Let's go.
My parents weren't big movie people. I think me and my dad would go see movies occasionally, and my mom sometimes. But you know, the vivid movies I remember seeing with my dad is I went to see Phantom Menace with him, like the day it came out.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey,
Stop it, Kyle.
I enjoy those. I enjoyed the prequels. I'm not the biggest
Yuck.
fan of Star Wars in
Yuck.
general, but like I enjoyed the prequels.
I'm actually happy you brought this up because my brother and my dad would kill me if I didn't talk about this in the podcast. As much as we joke in this world about Phantom Menace being bad, and yes, Jar Jar Binks is an abomination, it still had one of the best fights in it ever. So,
Oh, yeah.
so
It
Phantom
did.
Menace, Dark Moles, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Qui-Gon's fight, that's still peak. So that movie honestly is up there for me just because of that.
That's kind of why I like the first three, is because it's got three of the best fights in my opinion, with Darth Maul versus those
Coordination's
two,
amazing.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, because it goes from the lightsaber battles are not fights; they're dancing,
Yeah.
and that's why it looks
It's
so
the
awesome.
choreography.
Yeah,
and then it was the first time I saw Yoda fight against Count Dooku,
Count
and the
Dooku.
first time seeing
Yeah.
Yoda fight at all, and it's like, oh my god, this
Yoda
dude's a
showing
menace.
Yoda's true power.
Yup.
Yeah,
they kind of had to. It was gonna be hard in the
Yeah.
older movies for them to throw a Muppet at somebody.
I know.
exactly. Yeah, and he was only shown to be a little bit in the like second movie. He wasn't even in the third original trilogy movie. So it's like this is showing a lot of power. Like I will not say that the prequel trilogy is perfect. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the OT. I have my problems with the Disney ones, but I enjoyed the prequels, and I do understand where a lot of people have hatred for it, with like a lot of the stuff like telling Darth Vader's backstory. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of seeing baby Darth Vader as much as the next guy, but I did like seeing the stuff when he was older, like during Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith.
Corn Wars.
I heard
Did I
that
say
too.
Clone Wars? I'm sorry.
The Corn
I am
Wars.
very tired. I meant Clone Wars.
He's a farmer boy on Tatooine. Get off my cornland!
Time to draw up
yes.
a Darth Vader corn.
Someone will.
No,
Someone absolutely will.
Someone
You
probably
got a
already
little
has.
farm hat.
Oh yeah, and just because I have to correct you in this, Des, Yoda was in 2 of the movies. Empire Strikes
Was he in 2?
Yeah, he was in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Was he in Return?
He was in
I
Return
didn't
of
know that.
Yes,
He was in the third one just to die and then come back as a ghost, wasn't he?
basically.
Oh, okay. I thought he did that all on the Empire Strikes Back. I thought that was all one.
No, because as I recall, like Luke got the kiss from Leia, and then in the third one, Yoda's just like, there is another Skywalker.
Yeah.
And when he finds out it's Leia, and it's never like brought up, like, oh yeah, your sister just Frenched you.
No, well, that wasn't incest.
That was, like,
Incest
I
was
think
not
that was-
something they really wanted to bring
No,
up.
I think
so-
that was just a troll by a little bit by George Lucas, but you would know more about it than I would because he talked about it, but I don't remember much of his interviews.
Han Solo definitely paid attention to it.
A distinct chance that the original plan wasn't for her to be his sister, but then it's just like, why not? And then it's just like, oh right, we left that in. Whoops.
Yeah, that is knowledge I do not have. I am not as big as a Star Wars fan as my brother and my dad. Really like it a lot, and I got a decent amount of knowledge, but they would know more than I would.
I only really like the Old Republic stuff from the video games.
Maybe one of them can comment and let us know.
Oh, I'll hear about it. Trust me. I'm absolutely going to hear about something.
Dennis, I gotta play the Last Order and the sequel, or I might have it mixed up, but I've definitely seen some bits where Darth Vader's origins and some
Order?
hidden scenes. Yeah, I definitely gotta play it.
What are you talking about? Last Order? I don't know anything like that.
It's
Talk about Rogue One.
no,
talk about
it's
the
the video
games.
game with Jedi: The Last Order. It's the guy that plays.
Yeah, no, I don't play. I didn't play those ones.
It's the
I
it's
only
the
played
random
Old Republic.
the random Jedi guy, right? The
Yeah.
random Sith or whatever.
Yeah,
Who brings down a
yeah.
Star
I
Destroyer.
think he's from. No. That's somebody. That's a different thing. No,
No.
he's talking about another Jedi that survived Order 66.
He starts out as a cargo builder or a cargo repair. Like whenever there's a battle, people come in to repair the parts or salvage them to sell. He's one of those guys, and path leads to another, and he ends up finding himself a Jedi, and then he gets locked into the story.
You're
I know.
wrong at some parts, but that was not a video game one. We should
Yeah,
talk about,
I know
movies
nothing
more.
of the Star Wars video games. I played the old Phantom Menace game and the Battlefield games, and that's as far as I went. Battlefront.
Battlefront, yeah, Battlefront 2.
The
on
older
PS2.
ones, the better ones, not the Call of Duty skin version ones. I can't stand the new ones. I'm like, I'll just go
Yeah.
play Call of Duty
There's-
or something.
They're just Star Wars with They're just Battlefield with a Star Wars skin. That's
Yeah.
all. But they're good. They're not bad.
Eh,
But they're not as good as the old ones.
no, the old ones were a lot more fun. You got a lot more play out of it. When I played that with my brother, I think I played with you too. We just died immediately every 2 seconds.
Me and you played it, but then we just found the ultimate hack of double shielding with the heavy gunners, and that kind of just won us for a little while.
Barely.
Barely.
Just barely.
We just we had to find a way to make fun.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
we
what.
found a way.
That's all you can do with that.
Yeah, it involved us being dumb and not really trying to play serious.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's at least me sacrificing my Star Wars conversation into that, so I don't get killed.
The family will kill you.
They will
Your family
absolutely.
will kill you.
Now, we did tackle onto this, so I wasn't going to ask this question in this one. I was going to save it, but since two trilogies got kind of brought up, one of my questions I was going to ask is, what is your guys' favorite trilogies? Like, just one, if you can pick one favorite trilogy you have. We can
That's a
start
tough one.
with...
That's a very
Sheen.
tough one.
Oh, never
You're gonna
mind.
start
That's
with
a tough
me?
one for Sheen. Never mind, it's a tough one for Sheen. You know what, Ricky?
It's
you.
a tough one for me. Do you got one, Ricky?
Off the top of my head, I don't. I mean, I could probably check out my movie collection and and get back to you on it. But off the top of my head, I don't know or recall many trilogy movies that I got invested in.
We can always save this if this is a little tough.
Yeah,
So
I already got mine.
I'm probably the only one that would have an honest answer.
you said you already have one in
Well,
mind, Sheen?
Yeah, I already do, and I've already said it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
What
You,
is
you
that?
did mention it earlier.
Yeah,
Organization.
it's the Christian Bale trilogies. I love all three of
for
them.
Batman.
They're all fantastic.
Funny enough, mine is also kind of comic booky, but it's the original '90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did like them when I was younger. I even liked the one where they went back in time.
They had
It wasn't
4 movies, right? Or the 3?
movies.
3 live actions, and then TMNT came out, which they always include in that one, but I think that's part of a different timeline, because that one
That's
came
what I
out around the
was-
time of the '03 Turtles, so the characters kind of matched more of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still,
You know what?
that's still a
Looked at it.
trilogy, then.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen
I
it.
enjoyed it. The TMNT or any of the Turtles movies in general.
Any of the Turtles movies in the 90s,
Oh.
and I
I've
loved the
seen
Ninja
them.
Turtles back then.
You suck.
Yeah, you're missing out, dude. I loved them, too. They were great.
I
You
am.
need at least to watch the first 2. I can understand not watching the third one. It does have its flaws, a lot of flaws, but I still found it to be good.
I like the
Nah,
first
I'll,
one.
I'll binge all 3. I love
The first
Ninja
one
Turtles.
is definitely worth a watch, just because of like how monumental that one is. The second one, it's not as good,
No.
but it's still kind of got its campy fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, out of all 3 of them, at least the first 2 would be the ones to really watch. But if you only have time for one,
First one.
definitely go with the first one.
Yeah.
Go with the first one. One of the best versions is Casey Jones is in it. Best version of the Shredder.
Yeah. By far the best version of the Shredder.
Like, even just giving a character that was not even in the comics I believe I haven't been up on my comics in a while, but he wasn't in there. Master, what's the master's name?
The Master of the Master?
Master Splinter.
Not
No,
Splinter.
Splinter's
No,
Master
it's-
you're talking about.
No, it's the one of the Foot Clan that was like.
Oh, I know.
the-
Yeah, the guy who's like in charge of them. The one under
yeah,
Shredder.
he goes, ninjas, attack!
Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
dude was cool. I liked him.
That dude was cool,
Yeah.
but I don't think he was I think he was an add-in for those movies. I don't think he was an actual character from the comics, at least not until later.
Not that I seen him, no.
But-
So I think he was an add-in.
I forget his name, but I know it starts with an R, I believe.
Wasn't Master?
But-
Was it not Master Roshi? Was it?
No, it's not Master
It wasn't Roshi?
Master Roshi's
Okay.
from Dragon Ball.
Well, no, I know he's from Dragon Ball, but they reuse names all the time.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's like I cannot remember it.
We can always look it up later.
Yeah.
No, that's a good trilogy. I didn't even think about that one.
The only other trilogy I can say I did enjoy when I was younger, or a little bit younger, I did enjoy the Lord of the Rings series. I want to get back into it and watch all the extended stuff, but I did enjoy it for what I've seen, and I'm trying to read the books as well.
Man, honestly, it's tough for me to decide between which trilogy was the best between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
I would say Lord of the Rings. A
It
lot
is
of
the
people like
classic.
that one more, and
Yeah, a lot of people did not like the Hobbit movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good, but they're not as good as Lord of the Rings.
No.
Mhm.
Huh.
Because I'm basic. Star Wars is my favorite trilogy. But Lord of the Rings is the second close one.
You say Star Wars is your favorite trilogy?
Yep, Star Wars is my favorite trilogy. Still to
Oh,
this
dang.
day,
Which
it's
one?
one of the trilogies I can watch over again. 4, 5, and 6 would be the ones I'm
Okay, so
prone
the
towards.
prequels.
Yeah, but I'll do all of
Or
them.
the OT.
Stop it, Shane.
Wait, which one is considered the 4, 5, and 6? I can't remember.
New
how
Hope,
it actually
Emperor
goes.
Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
Oh, so that's the OT.
Yeah.
So prequels is Phantom Menace,
Phantom Menace.
Clone Wars, and Return of the Sith,
Yeah.
or Revenge of the Sith. I'm sorry.
So,
I
but
want
those
an
are
apology.
yuck. But no, it's actually all 6 of them though. It's not just the original. I will binge all 6 of them.
Yeah, I would too if I got the chance to sit down and watch all of them. I enjoyed those series.
Oh, wait,
I'm just not the biggest Star Wars guy.
guys, want to hear something crazy my brother and me figured out? If you want to watch everything Star Wars, like from the cartoon Clone Wars to all the movies to the side things like the TV shows, it will take a month.
Sounds like
Like,
current Marvel now.
yeah, it will take a month No, you can finish Marvel. Oh no, I forgot they have
No,
shows. I know, my
they
apologies.
have
I forgot they
shows,
do have
and
shows.
all
They
these
have,
shows connect now.
yeah, I forgot they have shows. I still think Marvel won't take a month because you gotta think Clone Wars dudes has multiple
Well,
seasons.
let's see. So with the latest movie that came out, the Thunderbolts or the New Avengers, as they call it, you have to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Black Widow. What else? The new Captain America movie, and there's like two other things that you have to watch to kind of. Oh, Hawkeye and
Loki.
God, there's another one. So there's like
All right,
two or
break out the
three
Pepe
TV
Sylvia
shows.
board.
Yeah, it's it's a lot. The actual guy in charge of Marvel now came out and said that it's starting to feel more like homework than entertainment.
It is, but the only thing about that is a lot of them are like longer episodes, 45 minutes to an hour, but shorter seasons, like 6 to 12. You have Star Wars The Clone Wars cartoon that is in it that has 7 seasons.
Oh, I know. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Not to mention
I'm
you
not
have
saying it's
Mandalorian, Boba
exactly.
Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Obi-Wan. So it definitely is more than Marvel's, or it's going to take
Oh
longer than
yeah,
Marvel.
no. I'm not saying that it's more than Marvel. I'm not saying Marvel's is more than Star Wars. I'm saying that yeah, it's kind
It would
of
take,
Star Wars has become Marvel's coming the same way. Is
yeah,
what I'm
I think
saying.
it would take, for Marvel, comfortably probably like 2 weeks straight. And this is like you waking up, starting to watch stuff, and you don't stop until you have to go to bed again. Do nothing else. You don't work. You don't go outside.
I would rather
You just,
shoot myself,
yeah, you
but that's
just
just me.
binge it all for a month
In
straight.
Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Shoot myself in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
I can actually record it for from Iron Man 1 all the way to the end game because I have every single individual DVD for each movie between them, and that's my favorite era.
If I'm going back to watch any Marvel movies, I'm just watch the Captain America trilogy. That's probably another trilogy I actually like as well as the Captain America ones. So, First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War.
Civil War, okay, yeah. Yeah, they're all good, definitely.
Yeah.
I like Captain America. I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he has some fun movies. I like the original one, the first one.
That one's actually my favorite.
Yeah, it was done well.
Yeah, it just shows what Captain America stands for in that one, and like the scene where he starts becoming the leader he is after he rescues guys, and they bust through one of the factory doors. He has to shield out with a 1911. You see him pop a couple shots. Everyone's just doing the whole slow motion thing. That's one of my favorite scenes.
I bet it is.
Of course, I
Oh,
love
but-
the Winter Soldier.
I like guns.
He's so
and I
edgy.
like Captain America.
Yeah, you would like the Winter Soldier. He is very edgy. Bucky.
Bucky's cool.
Bucky's alright.
He's cool.
Ricky, are we going to circle around another time for your favorite trilogy, or you think you got something?
Like I said, off the top of my head, I don't know. I'd have to check out my movie collection to double check, because, like I said, nothing I can really think of off the top of my head comes to mind as like, oh yeah, this is my favorite trilogy.
That's true. You do watch a lot. But then, okay, so this ending question is going to be tough for you because we are wrapping up close to the end, so I definitely want to ask this to you guys because this is always something people ask to me, and I think probably my family as well. What is the movie that you will always say yes to, or the movie you will never say no to? So if you're sitting there, and they can even be to the extreme, like this has happened to me where, oh, I gotta go meet up with my friends and stuff, and I walk out of the living room and my mom is watching this particular movie. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not leaving the house now. You just sit down and watch the movie.
I got a couple.
There is a good
Like-
couple. If you got one, you can name one or you can name several. But if you got one that you know for sure that like if it's on, you're sitting down.
Spaceballs, I guess, or Blazing Saddles is one of the two that first popped into my head, or Turtles, like the original 1990 Turtles. I would probably sit down and watch that one if it pops on.
That's a pretty good one. I never thought about it. Yeah, Blazing Saddles would be a tough one to walk away from. I have walked away from Spaceballs. So I
like
do
Spaceballs
like
a
the
lot.
movie, but if I had stuff to do and I did walk away from it. So
I owned it at one time.
oh, I know you did. Yes, I know you know
Well,
one of my answers, but I'll save mine for last. What about you, Sheen?
Trying to think of other stuff that I haven't mentioned, but I just kind of roll track to them.
You can, yeah. I mean, we've been talking about our favorite movies and favorite genres, so honestly, you're gonna have the same answer. So you can roll
Yeah,
back to it. It's fine.
it's gonna be Dark Knight with, of course, Heath Ledger or Klaus.
Yeah, Heath Ledger is a hard one. That's a real tough one to just be like, no, I have
He has
stuff
some
to
good
do.
movies.
He does.
Like other than just the he's a good actor that we lost way before his time. He had was it Knight's Tale, was it? And then he was also in The Patriot. He was Mel Gibson's son. He died in that. He's in a lot of good movies.
Heath
Oh,
Ledger
yeah.
was in one that me and my brother were talking about that I didn't even know he was in. It was a very young Heath Ledger. I
He's
forgot.
been in the
Yeah, I forgot what it was. It was a good movie, but I can't remember. Oh, no, me and my niece were talking about it. I can't remember it. I know he does like I think it's a high school romance movie, and he does like some kind of quote to like the girl he likes from the bleachers, and she's a cheerleader. I can't remember.
Johnny Loves Chachi.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
definitely not Johnny Loves Chachi. Although
I know.
No, that was from Dodgeball.
that's from
I know
Dodgeball,
it's from
which
Dodgeball.
that is
I
a hard
know.
one to walk away from too. Dodgeball is a very
Yeah,
tough one way
Dodgeball's
to
a
walk
good one,
away
too.
from. Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can
Dodge a
dodge a
ball.
ball, but you can't walk away from me.
What about you, Ricky? Do you think you can answer this one? Do you got a movie that you just couldn't walk away from?
There is one movie, and I think I talked about it once before. It is the John Carpenter film The Thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good one
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
That is my favorite horror movie. I mentioned it that I watch it every Halloween without fail. If it's on, I will leave it on. But every year when I watch it, I always like notice some new little details and stuff like that, and I'm fascinated by that movie. And if I had to put any kind of ranking, that would be my number one horror movie, and it's one I will always watch happily.
I'm gonna be there this Halloween coming up to watch it with you again. That was fun. Just me, because the first time I seen it was with watching it with Ricky during Halloween. It was great to sit down and watch this movie.
Yeah, funny you mention having to watch something with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, another time possibly without that. Maybe someday. That is one of the movies. There's so many movies I can't. I get distracted by movies. My mom makes fun of me because she'll put on a movie or something like that, and I'll be like, all right, I gotta go. And 3 hours later, I'm still standing there. Don't even sit down. Still have my jacket on, holding whatever I was supposed to walk out of the house with. And I'm like, I just can't leave. But
So the movie that you said that I know that you is, what is it? Because I know of a couple.
do you want me
but I
to?
can't
Do you want me to
think
give you
of
a hint? This is a easy hint for you.
it. Sure.
I own 2 copies of it. Come on, man.
I don't
Sandlot.
No,
No,
it's not
no, I
Sandlot.
can easily walk away from Sandlot. I like Sandlot, but I can easily walk away from Sandlot.
God, what do you own 2 copies of?
Dennis, what circulated and killed?
Oh!
Yeah, come on. How much more of a reference do I have to give you?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it?
No,
want
you
me
can
to
say it. What movie can I not walk
Oh.
away from?
Pootie Tang?
Yep, I own 2 copies of
That's
Pootie
like
Tang.
Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang. If Pootie Tang is on
Pootie
TV, that's it,
Dude,
dude. I missed work because of
you-
Pootie Tang.
Do you remember when we first found Pootie Tang at
Dimple Records?
Dimple Records?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was looking through it and I picked it up. I'm like, Kyle! I scream out the freaking
Get that Pootie Tang!
I scream out because it's like I'd never seen it before that, so it's like I just saw the meme or the joke about it.
It's so good. The 2 copies,
Such a good
Dennis, the
movie.
one you're talking about, I own it. I still own the copy you found, and then I found another one 2 years later at Dipper Records again. I'm like, what's the chances I'm going to find Pootie Tang twice?
What's the chances you're gonna find Pootie Tang a third time?
I did find Pootie Tang a third time somewhere else, but
Oh
they
my
were
God.
asking so much money for it, and it's not worth that. You can find
I-
a Pootie Tang DVD for
Yeah.
God under $10. These guys wanted $50 for it.
No, it's because probably they saw Scary Movie 3
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, this movie's everywhere.
It's like, yeah, this
Movie's
this
nowhere,
must
I mean.
be the movie. I'm like, no, it's not. But it's great. There is a lot of movies though. That's really not. Pootie Tang is one of them, but the one common one that I've seen this movie too many times that I definitely got distracted by is Shrek.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Shrek.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah,
one.
Shrek destroys me. If Shrek's on TV, it's game over. Shrek 1 and 2, I can't leave.
Oh yeah.
You and my niece have a lot in common, Kyle.
Bro, Shrek is so good. Some would say he
Shrek
is
is
love.
very
Some would say he is life.
Those are my two fiance's absolute favorites.
That's why she's the best.
Well, somebody once told me that the world was going to own me.
The
But, you know, I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
That's true. God dang it. But there's a bunch, though. I can't take credit for those. Are not like the all times. There's Kung Pao Into the Fist, Kung Fu Hustle, Jackie Chan's Drunken Master.
Oh, yeah.
There's Muppets Christmas Carol, Hocus Pocus. There's all these movies that they're on. Cancel all my plans. Call my secretary. It's over.
Did you check out the Hocus Pocus sequel?
Yeah, not great.
Not great.
No.
Greatly disappointed. It was cool. Get this, or not get this, but let me defend it. Gave us a little lore, kind of neat. It was cool to see the three sisters back again. That was really cool. But other than that, like, no, not particularly worth it. If you're a big Hocus Pocus fan, then yeah, see it because you got to see it. But if you're like, yeah, I kind of liked Hocus Pocus, should I watch two? No, you don't need to.
I kind of enjoyed the ending. It was a nice close.
Of Hocus Pocus 2?
Yeah.
It was okay.
If my girlfriend wanted to go see it, I would probably go see it, but she didn't want to, so I was like, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you're not missing. You're not missing nothing. If you're not a huge Hocus Pocus fan, you don't need to see it.
I enjoyed the first one. I had no interest
Oh
in
yeah,
the second
it's a
one.
classic. I'd agree
Yeah.
with Kyle though. See it if you're a diehard fan just to see it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's not bad enough where you're like, I demand a refund and I'm going to set the village on fire. No, it's good. It's good for what it is. But with that said, we have talked for a long time about movies, and this is not it. We will talk again. We will have other people talking, and there's literally a billion movies. So maybe even someday we can even do a watch along, so Ricky can finally see a particular movie that he's supposed to see that Dennis won't watch with him.
I'm going to make him watch it this weekend. Don't worry. I have plans.
You know what, you say this, and I'm going to date this video so the world knows 10 years from now that
That's fine.
he still hasn't seen it
Do you
because
want-
you haven't.
Do you want me to say the movie?
Yeah, go on.
All right, I'm gonna make Ricky watch Anastasia this weekend.
Great
I
movie.
will make him watch it. Great movie.
Fantastic movie.
Amazing movie.
We will watch it this weekend, Ricky.
Bartok the Magnificent.
No, we won't with that. All right, with that, we're going to get out of here before terrible movies start showing up. Don't want to talk about those. That'll be a different someone else's segment, not mine. I thank everybody for watching us today, talking about our movies, listening to us to rant about things. Please, my brother and my dad, don't kill me. I did talk about Star Wars. But with that said, we'll see you guys later on. I'll roll us out here. This is your host, Kyle, with D, Dennis,
Goodbye, guys.
with R, Ricky,
Au revoir, my friends.
and Sheen, DS. I got that back.
I love the money pit. See y'all later.
Oh, so do I. No, we can't continue. All right, bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.